Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we discuss everything concerning personal development, managing your finances, mental health, fitness, and pretty much anything that you need to make your life better. So if this is something that you think that you would like, do hit the subscribe button and let's move on. If you're a returning subscriber as well, thank you so much. I love you. So today we're basically going to be talking about 5 things that I think that we all need to do to level up our 20s. Now, it's very important because this stage of our lives is really crucial. The habits that we have and the decisions that we make are pretty much going to determine the path that our lives are going to take from now on. So here are 5 things I think that we need to do to maximize our 20s.
Someone's gotta change.
If you've been watching my videos, you wouldn't be surprised that this is the first point that I have. One thing that I think is important for us to do in our 20s is to level up our finances. In our 20s, this is the time where we have all the time, all the strength and all the resources to start thinking about how we want our financial lives to be now and several years from now. This is the time that we have to be thinking about the multiple streams of income that we would like to have, the career path that we would like to take, maybe to put our finances right. This is the time for us to be thinking about saving, investing, making all sorts of financial plans that we would like to have in our lives. This is the time where we are supposed to be putting away certain bad money habits like overspending, not having the habits of saving, buying things that we don't need to impress people that don't even like us. This is the time where we're supposed to be developing good money habits such as saving. So if you're watching this video right now and you don't have a savings account, after this video you have to go and open one. If you have no idea which investment opportunities that you need to explore, you have to start researching on those things now. If you have no idea which type of career path that you need to take, which type of business that you need to start, which type of money-making venture that you need to start, it's time to start thinking about it now. Nobody is going to do it for you. You have to do all these things yourself. And it's time to make sure that you would make all the plans that you need so you will be financially independent and you would thank yourself for that. And if you have no idea how to manage your money at all, I think that this channel is for you. So if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. The second thing that we have to pay attention to is to invest in ourselves. Nowadays, there are so many resources available to us on the internet. There are so many courses that we can take, so many books that we can read to put more respect and value on ourselves. Especially in this century, we have to find ways in which that we can stand out in the crowd. We have to find ways in which we can develop ourselves and make sure that we are better versions of ourselves each and every day. We have to find ways to hone our skills, hone our talents, and make sure that we have very good skills that we can use to contribute to society or contribute to making our lives better. Investing in yourself can come in so many ways. It could be you taking a little bit of money to pay for a certain course that you know is going to develop yourself in one way or the other. It could be you spending some time to read books on how to maybe manage your emotions, how to maybe up your creativity levels, maybe how to turn your skills into money-making ventures. There are so many things that are available for us to learn, and this is the time that we have to upskill ourselves. There are so many resources on the internet nowadays. You can find courses on Skillshare. There are so many other platforms like Masterclass, even YouTube. YouTube is such a free platform for us to learn so many things. And so if you know that you are sitting on yourself or sitting on any skills that you might have, it is time to start now. There is so much value that can be found in a single person. And I think that this is the stage where we can discover those things for ourselves. It's time for us to maybe discover which things that we are good at and try and leverage on those things. It's time for us to start to research on how to make these skills better and how to make ourselves stand out in whichever field that we would like to venture into. In your 20s, you would want people to be able to look at you and say, okay, so this is what this person is good for, so that whenever anybody needs anything, they know that, okay, this is the person that I can come to. So don't sit on yourself. It's not every day that you have to spend your money on maybe just food or jewelry or clothes and other things. You can also spend your money on things that are going to eventually bring some kind of reward for you. So it's pretty much going to be an investment into yourself. So start to look up any courses that you can take, any books that you can read, any channels that you can listen to be able to develop yourself more. And also, if you know any personal development courses or any resources at all that have helped you invest in yourself, please put them in the comments down below so we can all benefit. Third thing is to focus on yourself / get to know yourself. Now this is something that it took me a long while to learn, or I guess something that I learned the hard way. Now, especially when we are young, we always want to have so many people around us, experience so many friendships, experience relationships, and all of that jazz. Now, while those things are really important and really good, the risk that we run is that eventually we might end up losing ourselves in the connections and interactions that we have. I'm saying this because when we continue to hang around people so much and we don't spend time alone, focus on ourselves, and are always putting our attention on other people or on our friends, on our partners, we might end up forgetting to develop the habits of independence and true self-reliance. One thing that I think is important for us to do is to pretty much focus on ourselves and get to know ourselves before we start to focus on other people. We have to learn about our own boundaries, learn about our personalities. Now, there's a very good personality test that you can take, which is the Myers-Briggs personality test. I'll put a link down below. It's a very extensive personality test that is pretty much going to show you all aspects of your personality. So you can take that test to get to know where you're at, and it's a very good starting point in making certain changes in your life. It's important for us to separate ourselves from other people, focus on ourselves, get to know our boundaries, get to know our strengths, our weaknesses, and once we are able to focus on ourselves, that is when we can learn to love ourselves more and then start to give or pour ourselves out to other people. If we focus too much on having relationships, having friends, the risk that we run is that we might end up losing ourselves in the process. People come and go all the time, and we are our only permanent people in our lives. So we're supposed to make sure that we take time, especially in our 20s, to get to know who this person is fully. After we're able to do that, then we'll be able to put in so much of our energy into developing meaningful relationships with other people. Number 4 is really related to what I just talked about. Number 4 in leveling up your 20s is to carefully curate your social circle. We're in our 20s now. We're not children anymore. And we all know this saying or these tropes that people have been throwing around, that the people that you find yourself around are those that are going to determine how your life will turn out. So I can't quote anything, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's important for us to carefully select the type of people that we will surround ourselves with. Now, I don't mean go around like actually writing lists, but then we have to take our time and examine the people around us. Do we have friends that are only calling us for maybe parties, are only calling us for unnecessary things, maybe gossip and talking about other people? Do we have friends that continue to check up on us, or maybe check up on us to see if we're okay, suggest maybe opportunities for us? Do we have friends that are going to call us and say, okay, so this is a business idea that I have, or yo, this is a course that I think that you should take, or this is something that I think you should try out? Do we have friends that are continuously lifting us up? Do we have friends that are encouraging us, pushing us on to achieve our goals? We have to make sure that we are surrounding ourselves with people that are pretty much in line with the direction that we want our lives to be in. Now, I'm not saying that we should only be getting people because of the opportunities that they put us in, but we also have to make sure that we surround ourselves with people that are not going to be bringing us down. There are several philosophies about the concepts of friendship. Aristotle himself categorized friendships into 3 types. He had friendship of utility, friendship of pleasure, and friendship of the good. I found this really interesting when I learned about it some time ago, so I'm going to put a link in the description box, so do check that out. Basically, we have to make sure that the friendships that we are making now are going to make us and not break us. The last thing, but pretty much one of the most important things that you need to do, is to create your life plan and start working towards it. Now, maybe you haven't done this before, but you can start to do it now. So just ask yourself a few questions. At this moment, am I living the life that I want to be at this stage? Realistically, am I living the life that I want to be living at this stage? Am I at least on the path towards a life that I want to live? What are the things that I need to do, the things that I need to learn or unlearn, the people that I need to meet in order to reach the goals that I want to reach? And what are the things that I can start to do from today? Now these questions might sound like a very fast stretch. What I usually do when I'm planning, I really like to plan, especially years ahead, right? So what I, for example, do if let's say I have a goal to, let me use something realistic. I have a goal to publish 3 books by the end of 2023. That's a very big goal, right? I can break those down into actionable steps. So I can say realistically, by the end of each year, starting from now, we're in 2021, starting from now, I want to be able to finish a book by the end of each year. Now I've broken that down. So I've taken 2021. I want to be able to finish 1 book by the end of 2021. What things do I need to do? So maybe every month I should have hit this number of words, and then I can break those down into weeks, and then break those down into days, and then I can now know what things I need to do each and every single day to reach the goal that I want to reach in the next 3 or 5 or 10 years, right? So I don't really have to be thinking about that big goal because I know every single thing that I need to do every day. That's pretty much how to plan. But you just have to make sure that you get one big goal and break it down into actionable steps, because even though the future is far away, the future pretty much is now, because it is literally every little step, every small actionable atomic habits that you have now that is going to contribute to the life that you want 5 years or 10 years from now. These are basically the things that we need to do to level up in our 20s. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please like this video, share it to all your friends, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. If you are active on this channel, you wouldn't be subscribed. Oh! Emotions, relationships, and pretty much anything that you need to, The last thing, and probably the most important thing, is for us to create our life plan. Hey. Huh? If you have no idea which investment opportunities that you need to explore, you are pretty much the only big resource that you know.